You were telling me that you remember being so small, being 1 year old and stuff. Do you want to
Yeah.
talk to me about what your first memories are?
Well, that was one of them. That was one of my first memories. Another one was walking outside and seeing snow. And I remember I would kind of walk and kind of stumble, and I remember being really little and always wanting to be taller. But it was, it's all very foggy, but talking about it helps me remember a bit more. But
How was it living in Oregon?
it was, I remember it being very cold. I remember we had a little garden in the backyard, and I remember I would go out and I would eat like all the green beans out in our garden. And we actually had a railroad track right behind our house, so the train would drive by in the middle of the day. So that's why right now I can sleep through pretty much anything, because of this train that I would sleep through, and the train would go by and I would sleep straight through it. I mean, it would feel like there was an earthquake when this train would go by. And I remember the blueberries and blackberries would grow on the bushes around our house, and we could just walk around and pick up blueberries as we were going on a walk. There was a little there was a school. There was a school right next to our house. It was a junior high or a high school, something like that. And I remember my first Halloween walking. I was a little cow for my first Halloween, and I was walking, and I remember the tail dragging behind me and having trouble getting up onto the curb and looking out towards the school. It was dark. I was with 3 of my friends at the time, and I remember thinking, how cool would it be for me to go to high school? So ever since I could remember anything, I always wanted to go to high school.
Why was that?
Because it seemed like the very adult thing to do. It seemed adventurous, and watching it on TV, they kind of make it look a little bit more glamorous than it actually is, and they make it look like, oh, you're so independent now, and this and that and the other, and you get to do all these things, and it was just one of those things that I'd always look forward to. And then, I got into junior high, and I didn't know what to expect, but, junior high, it was awful. So it was kind of like a little bit more of a reality check, I guess, that, life isn't as awesome as I thought it was when I was like 4.